The following video has been made in association with Jay Wakefield Computers, enabling through computers. Hi everyone, and welcome to this Video Some Frontier video. My name is Jay Wakefield. Now, today is the 18th of September 2012. Exactly 11 years ago today, I performed my very first Windows install on the 2001 custom build. This was the very first install of Windows that I performed using a standard Windows installation media and not having used any form of manufacturer supplied recovery CD. The reason I reinstalled Windows 11 years ago today was because the 2001 custom built for some reason decided to lose a couple of files. By the time I managed to get into Windows, the installation had become so messed up that I decided to can the whole installation and just start again from scratch. I was able to do this using a 3-part workshop that Computer Active had published 6 months prior to this event. But for me, I've always been interested in computers. It all started back in 1995 when I was learning to type on an LNX in school using Write in Windows 3.1. I just loved the computer. I also loved painting and paintbrush. I just thought that was really good fun. Then I moved on to data suites and data plots, a program I've never been able to track down because I don't really know who made it. All I know is that it used the program group Data Suite. I loved that program because basically I could turn a series of numbers into a really pretty graph with lots of colours. Well, really it was only just red, blue, green and yellow, but still, I'd never really played about with anything like that before. Then I moved on to Microsoft Publisher, and that was even more fun. I loved it, just being able to make a newsletter of sorts and put things in like pictures. I could write something in Write and then import it, and then I could have Publisher automatically flow it across different text boxes. It was magic. Then, in IT, I got to learn about other things. Database, I love that. Spreadsheets, that was pretty cool as well. I also got to learn about assistive technology as I went to Temple Bank School for the Visually Impaired. They had talking computers. Well, basically, there were regular IBM compatible PCs running MS-DOS 5, and they basically had a speaker plugged into the parallel port, and this speaker was driven by a program called HAL by a company called Dolphin. Dolphin still exists today. They are well known for carpet bombing you with telephone calls saying, "What do you think of our supernova?" Basically what they make is assistive technology software, screen readers and screen magnification. But anywho, in 1998, our family got their first computer, the Compact Presario 2240. That machine is still in existence today, and I'm trying my best to get it up here to Scotland so I can preserve it, and I can make use of it, play old games on it, do stuff like that. On the Compact, I was able to learn about and do lots of things, such as click and play, games creator. Oh, I thought all my Christmases had come at once. When Mum brought in that PC guide and click and play was on the front of it, I could not believe it. Also, I was introduced to Jazz Jackrabbit 2, Adventures with Chickens, the Rats game that I showed you on the Canon Innova book. Absolutely amazing game, still love it today. But also, I was introduced to the wonder of the multimedia CD-ROM. Encarta. It was brilliant. It was just this compendium of everything I would ever want to know. Well, at least I thought it was back in the day. In 1998, I got my first taste of the internet, and that was just even better. Let's be honest about these things. Anything came out about computers then, or anything that I was introduced to, I would immediately become very, very excited about it. Then I got the 2001 custom built in, where was it? Oh yeah, that was it, 2001. June the 26th, 2001, to be exact. The story behind that was basically one of my cousins had an old ESCOM computer that actually broke. Very un-German of it, I must be honest. ESCOM, of course, being a German manufacturer. Diagnosis: the motherboard had failed. The machine was of a 1994 vintage. So, I'd been left with this computer. And obviously my parents had to go and find out what was wrong with it. They took it to a computer place, and that place said that the motherboard was broken and it was uneconomical to repair. So we got into my school's technician, a guy by the name of Jim. Now Jim, very much like Jimmy Savile, was able to fix anything. This is why the Jim'll fix it for you song really kind of means something to me, because it was always Jim who came and fixed it for us. We took the computer to him, and he priced up a new system that would use what parts would remain from the ESCOM to become the 2001 custom built. Now, unfortunately, this did mean that I ended up with a 633 MHz Celeron Windows 98 PC with 128 megs of RAM, fantastic machine, with an 850 megabyte hard disk. Obviously, the 2001 custom built did get some upgrades over its lifespan. The CD-ROM drive was also from the ESCOM, as was the floppy drive. CD-ROM drive was the first to fail. The hard disk was coupled with a 1.2 gig in December of 2001, and that was replaced in 2002 with a 60 gig hard disk. The floppy disk drive was the last part from the ESCOM. That failed at the beginning of 2005 when it was installed onto the 2004 custom built. But with that 2001 custom built, I tried anything and everything. I bought a book on Visual Basic, had a go at programming, I had a go at web developing, and basically just installing everything in sight. From all the CD-ROMs that we'd accrued from computer magazines. Then I did an AVCE NICT, got really quite good grades in it, and all the while through school I started fixing computers for folk, especially when I turned into a teenager. I remember dating a girl, and on my first visit to her place I had a look at her mum's computer. I never did get round to fixing it, but don't worry, I didn't spend more time with the computer than I did this woman. No, we had a happy relationship, actually. But that's not the point of this video. I fixed computers. I broke them. I fixed them again. I learnt. How to solve problems. And when I was 18 years old, I was accepted at Hull University on their computer software development course. Things didn't go all too well for me at Hull, but while there, I started blogging, learned how to program in C# a wee bit, got to know about the joys of Windows Vista before it was publicly available through the MSDN Academic Alliance account, and I started to realise the values of assistive technology. I was introduced to Zoom text, and the idea of being able to sit a normal distance away from a computer screen. And no, glasses will not help me. Then I went to Aberdeen University. Graduated last year with a designated degree in computing science. Respectable subject to have a degree in. And in September 2011, I decided what I want to do was to create a computer business. And on New Year 2012, I made one resolution: that I was going to make this business happen. Now today, on September the 18th, 2012, 11 years to the day, in fact just about to the time, of my very first adventures with the Windows 98 setup CD and setup program, I started work in my new office. And that feels pretty good. I've been fixing computers as Jay Wakefield Computers for some time now. And I have to be honest, it has been a really enjoyable experience. And I have had a steady stream of customers. And yes, I've had repeat custom. And generally, customers have been very, very happy with what I've done for them. And while I've been working for customers, I've also been maintaining my own collection. Been learning things, for example, how to work on laptop computers, because they're not the easiest to work on. But I've gained more confidence in that now. So today, I was given an office by a local organisation, free of charge. Very nice of them. And I experienced what will be forever known by me as the first day of the rest of my life. And I want you guys to experience it too. So me being me, I took my phone, took some videos. So let's have a look at what today was like for me. Shall we go into my new office? Now here is my new place of work. And this is my workstation. The Packard Bell iMedia 3050. With the nice flat screen monitor I was given a couple of weeks ago. Compact keyboard. And a pretty much nondescript mouse. soon sort that out. Now, there's something I would like to show you, so if you follow me round the back to the machine. Some of you may have had an issue with the fact that I can supposedly fix anything from DOS to Windows 8, which I can, but I couldn't find a simple cable to do a simple job. How's this for you? Connects the monitor to the PC, and not only do I have that cable, I have a whole box load of them. So, without further ado, let's power it on. First order of business with this machine, get in line to eBay and order a brand new CMOS battery. So, here I am. That is me completely set up. Oh, and it's not Intel graphics. It's something much worse. It's Sys graphics. Lovely. We'll find out what this monitor's native resolution is. So there we are. That's me completely set up. So I guess the next thing to do now is to have a cup of tea and get down to some business. Well guys, I'm just back. I've been shopping. Got a couple of things. First thing, a new CR2032 CMOS battery and a nice wee Logitech mouse, because the other one is the biggest pile of the most offensive crap you ever saw, and I've seen articles from the Daily Mail. So this mouse is going bye-bye and a new one is going to be plugged in, but first I'm going to replace the CMOS battery and I'm going to add some more RAM. I've got a 512 module and I'm not too sure how big this module is, but I'm going to find out. Here it is. Packard Bell iMedia 3050 in all its glory, and it has an AGP slot. I might populate that. Nice graphics card. I think an FX 5200 Ultra would do the trick. Normally a graphics card shouldn't matter for a workstation, but for a monitor as good as this one, I think it needs a wee bit more horsepower. Okay, first things first, I need to get this old CMOS battery out, get the new one in, and get some RAM in. No, RAM in the PC, not ramen noodles. Well, didn't I hit the jackpot? This is 333 MHz RAM. But the memory, well, it's 266. Hopefully it shouldn't slow things down too much. But I do have a gig in there. And I would call that a jackpot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to F10 this, hit the save button, and then just load up Windows. The new CMOS battery is also installed. I will of course have to go online and update everything. That would be an idea. Plug in a mouse. Logitech there showing the lust of the elaborate packages. And again, it doesn't need to be. It's a USB mouse. So I only have two USB ports. But I do have a USB 2 card which I'll be bringing in. Throwing it in there. So I'll have more USB ports to do more things. But yeah, I will definitely need those. Although there are two on the front as well, so you know, I'm not completely at a dead loss. But I will be bringing in more because of my USB 2 ATA controller. I'm going to keep that permanently plugged in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to plug the mouse in. And there we go. Much better. (992 megs of RAM). And the reason for that is, I believe, it takes 32 megs of the video graphics. Really have cheaped out on this. But like I said in my last video about this machine, it is a good one. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the covers back on and I'm going to start working on it. That's me en route to Northeast Peripherals. Sorry about the view of my hand there. Basically the Wi-Fi is, well, it's terrible from my office, but I've just rung up Northeast Peripherals now and they've got some wireless access point repeaters for $29.99, which is about £20 less than what I paid for mine 5 years ago, coming up to 6 years ago. So yeah, prices have kind of taken a wee fall, but that's good. And hopefully get back to the office, set that up, and everything will be all tickety-boo. Wireless access point. Nothing like getting a stamp in. So here's the access point. I've just plugged the aerial in. You also get a wee Ethernet cable and a wee power supply, as well as something else. Power supply and more Ethernet ports. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this in, and I'm going to put the desk in, because I also got a tiny wee desk, and set it up, and then I will set it up down in the reception. I must admit, that was a lot easier to set up than the Belkin one that I had in 2007. I found the network that I wanted to connect to, probably because my Packard Bell was trying to connect to it. But okay, let's, the proof in the pudding is obviously in the eating. So let's go up the stairs and find out if the pudding tastes good. Now that is more like it. Wireless strength very good. So let's see what sort of a speed my jury-rigged Wi-Fi solution can get us. I'm happy with those speeds. And so, that was my first day in my new office. Do you know, I think it's brilliant that I've come this far. Despite what a lot of people may think, it is difficult for people with disabilities to get a job in this economy, when employers will only take on the best of the best and they see disability as something that is an inconvenience rather than something that is actually could be beneficial. You know, it's their loss. I am setting up my own business, and you know, I will be supporting myself, actually putting into the economy, something that I would not be able to do normally without setting up a business because, you know, nobody will take me on. Do you know, I've got to say I have had quite a lot of very hurtful comments said about, you know, me basically mooching off the state and goodness knows what. Just shows how well you know me, doesn't it? Really. You know, I'm doing my best. And to be honest, I think I've done really quite well for myself. If you don't agree, well, it's your problem, not mine. But for the rest of you who have supported me, thank you very much. Could not have come this far without y'all. And let's just hope Jay Wakefield Computers will have many, many customers and branch into many a field. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope that you will stick around for more videos which will be coming soon. Thank you, and please tune in.